Hey, what's up you guys? Bloody Jacob here to bring you another video, and yes, this is a kind of a change of location. Yeah, I did just actually move, so still I've been spending the last week or two getting things set up down here. Moved in with my fiance, so that's a very good step. Yeah, still getting things set up. I have my man cave. So that's where I'm going to be doing most of the videos. And yes, I'm recording this off of my phone. I don't actually have my computer hooked up yet. But really, I really don't want to use the webcam anymore. The audio would always go out of sync and stuff like that. I've been using it for years. I only paid like $30 for it. So, it did what it was supposed to, but at this point, until I get some better equipment, like, at least similar to the tech that like Sean Chandler uses or something like that. This is kind of how I want to do it. I'd rather do this than the webcam, honestly. As long as my phone doesn't cut off the recording time or something, we'll see how it holds up with the storage and everything. But yeah. So this video, I just wanted to sort of give my thoughts on the final season, but more so the final episode of Longmire on Netflix, which of course is season 6, sixth and final season, which I actually have right here. I'm sitting in front of my TV show shelf, by the way. Yes, I have a whole shelf dedicated to TV. I have a movie shelf over there, action, horror specific shelves over there. I'll have to do a video tour sometime. Still getting some things cleaned up and situated, but nonetheless, you guys know, if you watch my video on season 4 and season 5, I was starting to get a little lukewarm on the show, just because not that I wasn't still enjoying it. I very much was, still loving the characters and such, engaged because of them, but I feel like, especially in season 5, or particularly, I guess it may have started after the whole Barlow Connolly thing was wrapped up, and Branch's murder and everything, I just felt like the show started meandering. I understood Walt's obsession with Jacob Nighthorse, but I got to the point where it's like, okay, this is all we've been talking about for the past couple seasons, or the past all seasons actually. So it was like, okay, let's add more to it. Then they introduced the Irish mob aspect, which I thought was interesting, other threat, overarching threat maybe. And I like the Shane Muldoon character they introduced. I like the guy playing him, the actor. But then he just ends up dead off screen. Now we see a bullet in his head. So it all turns out to be about either Jacob Nighthorse or Malachi Strand. So I don't know, I just felt like they could have added more to the story sometimes. But nonetheless, I do think season 6 was an improvement over 5, and I didn't hate 5. Again, I didn't. I don't know, maybe because it was the final season, so I kind of paid more attention again or something. I don't know. Overall, it was good. Yeah, a lot of stuff with Katie trying to basically be the bridge between the Rez and everyone else. Trying to help all people and stuff like that. We had a lot going on with Vic in terms of her surprise pregnancy. Actually, turned out to be maybe from a drunk night with Travis of all people, or Eamon, who we'd never seen again. But that is what it is. I've actually found Travis to be a pretty likable character as it went on, and it sort of sucks that I just sort of left off screen, but I guess maybe that's a realistic end result for their relationship, if it was one. So that was good. I think Katie Sackhoff did a great job, displaying Vic's anguish and everything she was going through with what happened with the baby, as well as Chance Gilbert and what happened with him and the trauma that brought up, losing the baby. I thought she did a great job acting wise from that standpoint. Of course, you had Walt's trial, which I thought was handled nicely. I like how they had Jacob Nighthorse actually say he believes Walt is an honorable man despite all the headbutting they've been going through over the series. Of course, doing a favor for Katie, but also showing that he probably still does have a respect for Walt, and that he does actually have a good side to him. I was glad with how the Jacob Night Horse thing turned out, I should say. I'm glad they didn't all of a sudden turn him into a complete villain. They revealed that he may have some business he wasn't proud of, but it turned out he's not a Malachi Strand or anything. He probably does actually care about Katie and some of the people of the Reds and such. So I like that. And of course, the whole Henry thing, being Hector and stuff like that. I felt like that plotline got a little dragged out too. I just was never really too engaged with it. I mean, Lou Diamond Phillips is pretty good on the show, of course, but that wasn't really my favorite plotline throughout the series. So yeah, Malachi Strand is the final villain. I don't know. The actor didn't do a bad job, but again, I feel like there should have been like a bigger threat. They should have brought in more of the mob or something like that. Maybe like a Absaroka County-wide panic. I thought something like that would have been cool. I don't know. But it's still fine. And overall, I actually did love the final episode, Goodbye Is Always Implied. I thought it was handled really, really nicely. A lot of great character beats. I love the music they used for it. Walt and Vic finally getting together. I thought that was done really well. It really is a feel-good moment that they finally did it. Well, literally and figuratively, but I thought it was very sweet, very earned. I love how the show took so much time with it. So it felt very organic to me. I love their conversation on Walt's porch as well. Being very realistic about their perspectives. Vic not being able to get over the child she lost, and Walt always going to be carrying the loss of his wife with him and everything. Even though Walt assures her that he's going to basically, Walt the guy he is, he's going to love Vic as much as he possibly can. I'm sure he does in a very different way than his wife, but of course they're never going to give her those feelings or those traumas. So I thought that was done really well. Phenomenal acting, I got to say that. For as somewhat as disengaged as I was with parts of the story at times, I got to give it to him. Robert Taylor deserved a freaking Emmy Award, a Golden Globe, or something like that. Excellent performance. Same with Katie Sackhoff. Cassidy Freeman was pretty good. And I also got to mention Zach. I didn't talk about Zach very much at all in season 4 of my season 5 video. I found him very likable. I thought the actor was very good. I like the pairing of him and Katie. And him reintegrating himself with the sheriff's department while giving another shot and everything. I thought it was nicely handled. Also Ferg. The thing with the nurse he was seeing and such, and the mother. I thought the nurse ended up being a bit frustrating. But still, I've liked the Ferg's development over the series, and actually being a pretty damn capable officer himself. I would have liked to have seen maybe one more season, like a season 7 of Longmire, or maybe even like a Netflix movie. I thought that would have been great. So it left me wanting more in a way, but overall I feel satisfied and fulfilled with where they left the characters at. Again, I love the music, the ends of the earth and everything like that. Walt finally getting to retire. Katie taking up the mantle for sheriff. Vic's gonna teach her, but I think she needs a lot more training. She has a good sense of people and right and wrong and such. And like Walt said, she'll grow into like he had to. And he feels like he might have been on the job too long. Like everything with Lucian this season, I thought that was an interesting parallel they had emphasized. Hard to watch Peter Weller die, but it was done for a great way to resolve at least that part of Walt's life. Katie becoming sheriff is a little bit random, but I guess I could see it. Give her time, like they said, and Vic of course can show her how to actually handle herself with a weapon a little more properly, and just different intricacies of the job, of course. Maybe Katie or maybe Vic wanted to have wanted the sheriff's spot, but maybe give it to Ferg. I don't know. But still overall good, and of course Strand finally being killed. That was good. While shooting him up after the knife attack in the car and everything, Vic tapping Walt out of the way of the oncoming vehicle. Also Walt, saving Nighthorse, the flashbacks and everything, and Walt, of course, still decides to save him. I wasn't surprised by that. Yeah, so nothing too surprising in the final episode or anything. No shocking character deaths, which was a little bit odd. I mean, I guess, you know, every show has to like pull like a Sons of Anarchy or Breaking Bad or something like that, but I don't know, I feel like, again, a little bit more could have went on the story end. But yeah, Walt saving Night Horse, that was still a good moment. The Night Horse, you know, saying thank you. You know, they didn't get like an aftermath scene or anything, but I still thought it was a good final interaction we would see between the characters. So yeah, overall, I liked the final season. I loved the final episode. I thought it checked all the boxes that I was wanting for the most part. And I'm gonna sorely miss the show, Longmire. I think even more than I realized. Yeah, I'm thinking all this time I could do a whole video comparing like Justified and Longmire because they're both modern day westerns and such. But you know, I have to give it to Justified and the overarching story and the villains and such maybe. But I think my heart is in Absaroka County of Walt Longmire and Victoria Moretti. So overall, I love the final episode of Longmire. Got the Blu-ray of the final season here. The Blu-rays of Longmire aren't cheap, by the way, but they're definitely worth it. It's going on with my Banshee set and everything too. So yeah, overall, I loved it, and I'm sad to be done with it. I'm gonna need a breather before I ever get into anything again. So yeah, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Again, patience with my setup and how I'm shooting the video. Hopefully this is at least a little better for now than the webcam. Let me know. And yeah, catch you guys next time.